We do a lot of remotes. We go a lot of places. But this is one of the coolest ones we've ever done. We are at the farm at Okefenokee. Doug Davis is the co-founder here. He and Jeff Meyer founded this, but Doug's joining us now. Bro, what a great place. This is gorgeous. Thank you for having us out. Thank you for the tour you just took a bunch of folks on. You've had to be really proud of what this is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, first of all, it's awesome to have y'all here. What an exciting event for us. I mean, to be live, I mean, this is incredible. This is the first time. But, yeah, so we just did a tour, and you guys were there, and I have to say your eyes were like saucers out there.
Yeah.
I mean, y'all were.
So was my wife. So
I
mean,
it was. I felt like we were really reaching you.
Yeah. You did. I promise you did. So, but give people the idea. Where did this come from? Where did the idea come from?
Yeah.
How did you're a Jacksonville guy? You live in St. Aug. Jeff's to Jackson. Would you say let's build this gorgeous farm with all these cattle? Where did it come from?
Well, so first of all, what a blessing. I mean, Jeff and I have been friends for 25 plus years. You know, anytime you do something with someone else, there's always a risk involved.
Sure.
That the relationship would either sour, or you would maybe your vision for something would be compromised. And one of the things that I can share with you honestly is we're about 5 years into this now, and I'll answer your question. But before I say that, I just have to say I just feel overwhelmingly blessed to be doing this with Jeff. I mean, we're so like-minded. We share such a similar vision. We're really good friends. And so, first of all, more than anything, the journey that we're on has just been absolutely beautiful. And so I think part of the reason why what we're doing, and I think the folks that have joined us would attest to this, part of it's just, in the end, about joining within a group of people, feeling like you're doing something together, and the people that join us out here feel like that. And so, so specifically to answer your question real quick, Jeff and I would have never been able to do this had COVID not happened.
Okay.
Like, COVID woke up a lot of people and they started asking questions like, what happens if the logistics chain is compromised? Where's my food going to come from? I mean, you remember the runs at the grocery store,
absolutely.
Whether it was toilet paper or broccoli or whatever else. And so we started thinking, what could we do to build out a place where everything that you needed to live is not only provided, but it's done in such an incredible way that you couldn't even buy higher quality, more nutrient-rich fruits and vegetables and beef and so forth. So I don't want to overwhelm you, Frank, but so I'll pause for a second, but bring on the questions.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, Doug, when you hear regenerative, tell the listeners like what goes into that and the flow of the property to move around and be engaged with your neighbors.
Yeah. So I love to ask the question I asked y'all on the tour, have you heard of regenerative agriculture before? Because so many people have not. It's really quite simple. It's just this idea of utilizing processes that have always been intact. So, out in the Great Plains, when the bison would move through, when they would eat the grass, they would cause the grass roots to go deeper, and it would sequester the carbon and the nitrogen and move it around under the soil. It would break up the soil so that when it rained, the water could be stored. Like all of the natural things that animals and cover crops do when they're working together, we mimic that here at the farm. And so we do that in favor of having to use pesticides and fertilizers. And so, you can't do it overnight. It's a process that we've been working on now for several years, and our soils are continuing to get more and more rich. And so as we do that, we are able to rely less and less on inputs. So that's what regenerative farming is. And, it really goes way beyond just the farming. When I think about this idea of regeneration, it's so much of what we do. I was sharing with you guys a little bit about our relationship with Trinity Rescue Mission and about the at-risk women. It's, the individual lives of the owners. I mean, we're all completely coming here from a place of growth. So it's just like our bodies are being regenerated by the food that we're eating. In community, our relationships are being regenerated. And so the whole thing is just this virtuous cycle that's building upon itself.
So if people move here, if they're interested, you're building, you're going to ultimately have 250 cabins.
Yes.
That's it. When built out, you'll have 250 cabins here.
Yeah.
People will buy a cabin. Essentially everything they eat is here.
Correct.
All the vegetables are grown here. You have a protein plan.
Yep.
You've got chicken and cows, and so that's really the idea. Is have this beautiful cabin on this beautiful farm, and everything you consume is here, right?
Yeah, you say it better than I can, Frank.
But that's it. And so, and people, how many cabins are built now? How many owners do you have now?
So we have about 40 owners so far.
Okay.
The owner, they become an owner when they buy a lot,
right?
And so we probably, if I had to guess, we probably have anywhere from 15 to 20 cabins under construction or completed.
Okay.
With several more coming out of the ground.
Okay.
And so it's a constant process. The ownership begins with buying the lot. Then we design every cabin that's built here is custom.
Right.
So we can do it as elaborate and as beautiful or simple and minimalistic as you like. So yeah, ultimately there'll be 250 of them. It's comprised of probably 6 to 7. We like to call them villages. And when I was driving you guys around, I was sharing the density is clustered. A lot of people hear this idea of a cabin in Georgia, and they think of North Georgia, 5 acres of land on the side of a mountain. We've kind of got a different concept. Ours is we're clustering the development to really promote this idea of scale, so that it's a man-made scale. So instead of having automobiles, we have farm carts. It's so that you can walk it. It's so that you're in relationship with your neighbors, and you look out your door from you're sitting on your front porch, and you got people picking in the garden. You're starting conversations with them. It's this whole idea of interaction and interconnectedness.
And one thing we've seen here is this beautiful clubhouse where we are now, right on the lake, a big indoor area with the TV, just like a clubhouse if you lived at a country club. It's the same concept. You have a staff.
Yeah.
Staff prepares the food, prepares the dinners. So I mean, there's great living arrangement, and I got to tell people this: we all grew up in Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So if you grew up in Jacksonville, you went to Strickland's or Goldhead Park. I mean, you went to and you jumped in. Well, you have built. You describe it better than I can. But it's a swimming hole. Yeah. Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
It's a swimming hole that you can. It's like you're going to Strickland's. That's the coolest thing.
So here's the background, real quick. Everything that we do at the farm is authentic to original farming practices. Like that, we don't want this to be a contrived experience. Like when you come here, it's a farm. I mean, for the good and the bad. The roads get dirty and muddy and dusty. But then the flowers are blooming and it's beautiful. And so you've got this juxtaposition of both the tension of kind of rough and tumble with beauty. And so the authentic nature of that, we didn't want to compromise that by having an in-ground swimming pool.
Right.
So we have our swimming hole. You know, when I was growing up, my grandma would take me to, there was a place called Lake Dwellers on the south side of Mandarin, and it was a swimming hole. And, people were afraid to jump in it because they were afraid snakes and moccasins were there. It was this beautiful, clear water. Well, we have the same thing here. Yeah. No snakes and alligators, but it's a beautiful, clear swimming hole. And so the homage to Strickland's is we've got 4 big, huge poles coming out of the ground right now, and we're building a jump tower there so that you can climb up. I mean, you remember, did you ever climb the towers at Strickland's and jump off of them?
I wasn't a good enough swimmer. You probably did.
Come on.
But
really?
I jumped. But we swam around in there forever.
Okay.
Yeah, and so,
all right.
But I'm telling you, and I'll say this, Hayes, you're right. There's dirt roads. There's not these super asphalt roads, and you're right. It feels like a farm. There's not built-in swimming pool, but the cabins are pretty legit now. Okay? I mean, the cabins are legit, Hayes. I mean, they're like legit.
Without a doubt. And if people, our audience listening, the one thing that you guys do that I think is really cool to connect people out here. They can come out for a tour, but you guys do these dinners once a month. We'll have one April 11th.
Yep.
And tell us about that, because that's again, people can go to okefarm.com, okefarm.com, but the dinners I think are really cool because it's open to the public.
Yeah. Well, what the audience can't see right now is this beautiful.
Oh my God! I'm going to tweet a picture of it. Okay, they'll see it in a minute.
I'm just telling you, if you come to one of these events, you will not walk away hungry, number one,
right?
And you won't believe the quality of the food. I mean, it's just literally incredible. And they're an all-inclusive event. So when you come, you show up at 2:00. We have the wagon ride tour that you guys did with me earlier.
Right.
We have you can walk through the gardens, you can explore the area, and then usually somewhere around 5:30, we start with the charcuterie board, kind of like what we have over here, all kinds of smoked meats from the farm and so forth. And then we progress into this incredible dinner progression. It's probably about 7 courses, and I tell people, I'm like, look, you've got to pace yourself because if you don't, you're gonna cash out after like the second or third, and then we've got the beef coming at the end. It's like the last course, and so I'm just telling you, we've had people come literally from all over the continental U.S., but certainly even other parts of the world, just to experience these dinners. And what I don't understand, I mean, they've pretty much all sold out, but I have friends still that haven't come yet. I'm like, you live within an hour of the farm. You can't have a dining experience like this anywhere else, I think, in the Southeast, and you're missing out. Where are you? Why aren't you coming to check this out? It's incredible.
We're excited. And by the way, we live in Jacksonville, so no matter where you are,
you're an hour away. You're 45 minutes
you're 20,
at least.
30 minutes from dinner anyway. So shoot. Okay, so somebody hears us talk all about this. All right, Frank and Hayes, I hear you, and Doug, this is great, but I want to see it for myself. Doug, what if someone wants to tour it, someone wants to see it, go on the website, set up an appointment, take us through, because I think you're going to have some people that are going to hear this say, I'm coming up there to see all that Frank and Hayes keep babbling about. What did we do?
So the first thing and the easiest thing to do is our website could not be more simple. It's okefarm.com. So the first thing to do is just go sign up, because we send an incredible newsletter out every 2 to 3 weeks about what's going on here at the farm. We will showcase our team that works here, because I can promise you everything that you see here around the farm doesn't look like it does without the team that's here. And so, I mean, we have an incredible group of people that work here and that are part of what we do. So the first thing to do is sign up at the website, and then that way you can then from there. Now, once you do that, we'll reach out to you, and then we'll offer you, if you'd like, we'll just offer to come out to do a simple wagon ride tour if you just want to learn about the farm. Like, say, a lot of people, they're like, hey, I really don't want to go and sit somewhere for 2 hours to learn about cabins or whatever else. They just want to see the farm. Well, awesome. We've got a wagon ride tour where you can just come do what we did today. So that's option one. But there's a lot of people who are like, hey, I would like to explore this lifestyle. And so we have a team of people here that you can meet with. I'm one of them. And we just kind of take you through a day in the life at the farm, what it's like here. And it lasts anywhere from 1.5 to 3 hours, depending upon your engagement level. We're very low pressure. We just want to share what we do here, and if it resonates with folks, then they can take the next step. And so that's really the best way to go about doing it.
Yeah, without a doubt. And what's your favorite thing that you've
all
ever had?
He's going to say all of it, because I'm having all of it.
This looks incredible.
The pacing yourself
is good.
That's good advice. It really was.
Well, with what's on our table now, I'm going to be honest with you. This piece right here in the corner with the darkened edge and the mushrooms.
Yeah, you've been eyeballing that since you got here.
That would be the piece I would. So that's the prize on the table right now.
And by the way, you partner with Congreve and Pimp.
Absolutely.
And people in Jacksonville, I think, know Congreve and Pimp, right? Tell me about that relationship.
Well, I mean, the food that we have tonight is prepared by them. They come. We have our clubhouse, our kitchen, everything else, and from day one, they've been our culinary partner. I mean, as you know, there's nobody better, right? I mean,
they're really good.
And again, you'll attest to that. But the food, and so it's actually a beautiful relationship, because we have incredible setting, incredible food, incredible everything else. But we need, at the scale that we're at right now, with 40 owners that aren't always here, it doesn't make sense to have our own entire team. And so it's a beautiful relationship that we have with them. They're here regularly. They do an incredible job. I can't say enough good about them.
All right, Doug Davis, co-founder here. The place is beautiful. We also got a beautiful day, too. I mean, we got a big crowd here that came for this event tonight. Thank you for having us, Doug. We're excited about that. I'm excited about the show. I'm more excited about the food. Okay, and I will say, Doug does the tour, and you do a fantastic job of giving people an idea of kind of what they're getting here. So if you want a beautiful cabin, a really nice cabin. And again, I don't know if cabin's even the right word for it, because they're really nice homes on a beautiful farm. Doug, thanks for having us. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Back in a moment, live from the farm at Okefenokee after this.